Museum in Japanese Gardens has been a center for Japanese arts and culture in South Florida since its opening in 1977. Its 6 interconnected gardens speak directly to the heart in the language of nature, allowing room for visitors to meditate or to let the imagination wander. Designed by master garden designer Hoichi Kurisu, the gardens authentically recreate the traditional Japanese style. Here, visitors can listen to the sounds of nature, waterfalls, the wind in the trees, or appreciate the silence of the rock garden, leaving aside everyday cares.
There's a lot of different type of Japanese garden, but we are speaking in general. I think Japanese garden is very spiritual. So you need to listen to the silence and meditate and hear the sound of water.
We always hope that we're able to inspire, educate, and entertain all of our guests that visit us on an annual basis. We have about 180,000 visitors annually.
I arrived in Miami from Tokyo on February 1st, and February 4th, I visited the Morikami Museum on my first official working day. You can imagine how important we consider this institution to promote Japanese culture.
Japanese immigrants who settled in the Americas in the early part of the 1900s introduced taiko drums to the West. Today, this 2,600-year-old art fuses traditional Japanese rhythms with Western styles, creating a powerful cross-cultural musical encounter. Here at Morikami, West encounters East in the museum's new summer exhibition, Tanabata, Japan's Star Festival. Views of Tanabata in São Paulo, Brazil. A series of photographs by artist Jade Matarazzo. These striking images capture the traditional Japanese Star Festival as it is celebrated in the heart of Brazil.
The photos of Jade Matarazzo are beautiful in the sense that they capture that cultural confluence of East and West. And what I found very poignant was the fact that within her photos, of course, they're all Japanese, happy Japanese faces celebrating Tanabata in Sao Paulo, Brazil, which is, as we all know, the largest community of Japanese outside of Japan.
These photographs illustrate the harmonious blend of past and present, tradition and creativity among the Japanese Brazilians. Matarazzo practices mixing photography, a Tibetan style that stresses simplicity and contemplation instead of technical effects.
The images were really picked based on the tradition and the old generation and the new generation of the Japanese. Very young generation dressed in very modern clothes and their jeans and leather jackets. In contrast, really, with the older generation was something that moved me. My favorite, of course, the picture that is the fierce dancer that has the face of a warrior. It's a little girl. She's very beautiful, and I think that's the big contrast. Very young, but very traditional posture.
Matarazzo's photographs tell a story of resilience and accommodation, evident in the beautifully etched features of the elder women clad in their traditional kimonos, as well as in the fearless faces of the young senseis. These images of celebration, tradition, and cultural exchange engage the viewer in much the same way as Murakami's serene gardens, bringing tranquility through reflection. The Tanabata exhibit inspired West Encounters East, a PBS documentary film by art historian Stella Holmes that focuses on several generations of Japanese Brazilian artists.
I really like photography to capture a moment that will never come back with all the senses. And Jay managed to do that. And I was impressed. You know, I liked the colors, I liked the movement, and also it's an incredible balance between West and East.
Desde essa iniciativa da doutora Stella Holmes na produção desse documentário maravilhoso que mostra os artistas brasileiros de origem japonesa radicados basicamente em São Paulo, isso é mais uma indicação da importância que o Japão e o Brasil têm, né, na relação entre eles. Japão para São Paulo é uma coisa muito próxima. Então, isso está refletido na arte, na economia, no comércio, né, no esporte, né? Em todas as atividades hoje, você não pode pensar em São Paulo sem Japão, né?
West Encounters East examines issues of immigration, dual identity, and assimilation, and celebrates the power of art to build bridges between very different cultures, a power that is evident in the Matarazzo's striking images.
I felt like an immigrant myself. See the contrast of my own culture with the people of Japan. It was a very good feeling to be back, and a very good feeling to be among the people that had also left and come back, so they could, in a way, relate to the things I would talk to them about, and that I could experience the same things that they had experienced.
Japanese gardens in the heart of a Florida city and the beat of taiko drums. Cross-cultural encounters that add depth to art and enrich the soul. These are the possibilities when West encounters East.